So, how do you feel?
Yo, what's popping?
Yeah.
Episode 4 of the emergency episode of the Skeptic and the Dude podcast. Brought to you live. 5 days, hang on. Let's see.
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 5 days.
5 days?
5 days. This is out in 5 days. 5 days ago we filmed this. Greetings from Podcastville. This is the church of what's happening. What's happening, Joel?
Not much, man. What's happening with you?
Not much, man. Got some fresh ink, bro.
You got a hole there. I didn't realize.
Oh, that's just a bit of a skin split. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they hit that shit pretty hard, man. Oh, I think I'm rolling. It's all good.
I've never seen.
It's a thing. It's a thing with new
do
tats,
that
man.
before. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Mine's fake. Mine's real too.
Oh yeah. What do you think of this, boy?
Yeah,
I'm a fucking
it's pretty cool.
gangster, bro.
Yeah, is that like the same tattoo on both arms?
No. It's just the angle. Just the angle.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a woman
Dude,
there and there's a
how
woman
much did
there.
How much did the sleeves cost?
That's classified information, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I can't disclose that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How painful was it? Did you have to sit there for long?
Wasn't too bad.
Well, it must have been painful with the skin.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna take this dog collar off. I feel like somebody's gimp. Your gimp.
To all the audio listeners, just watch the YouTube video, I guess. I can't explain.
Brandon
what I'm
has
looking
just
at.
showed up.
Is that a Rolex watch? Are you flexing on Rolex?
It is a it's Geneva. It's Geneva, bro.
Oh, flex.
Check out that gold, bro. $50
Wow.
from Queensland, bro.
Can you hear this? A bit of ASMR. That's what rich sounds like.
That's what real gold sounds like, boy.
See that? No.
Holy cock! You know what's funny when I bought this? Up in Queensland somewhere, I dropped it because I was trying to like change some setting on it.
Yeah.
And the 6 fell out. Like the 6 just collapsed inside the watch.
Okay.
And so the next day I went back to see the lady where I bought it from, and she was like, "Oh, it looks like it's been dropped." And my dad and I looked at each other like, "Don't fucking say it. Don't fucking say anything," you know. And then she said, "No worries, we'll get you a refund, and then I'll replace it." And she goes, "But it'll be coming from Melbourne." And we're like, fucking all the way to Queensland to buy something that's manufactured in Melbourne. So, okay, yeah, that's okay. We fucking live down there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
maybe not for much longer. Who knows? So, yeah, clearly we're recording this, as explained in the previous episode, because I'm in Queensland right now. I'm actually coming back. Well, okay, let's fast forward. So it's Wednesday.
Like a hologram.
This is the Wednesday that it's coming out, Wednesday night. Brandon is arriving home tonight. He's probably home right now as you're watching this.
Yeah.
It's a good chance.
But this is
that's unless he was quarantined.
Yeah, hologram Brandon's with us. You know, like from
No,
Star
it's okay.
Wars?
This is a time machine.
Yeah.
Welcome to
that's right.
Friday, the 20th of March. What did
Yeah.
you get up to Friday, the 20th of March? Can you remember? I don't know. Maybe some.
I don't know. Like maybe like laboring or something.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking the listeners.
Oh yeah.
It's a rhetorical
Yeah.
question.
Like what'd you?
Sorry,
yeah.
Joel. You're not. Am I just running the show now? Is it? Am I just interviewing? Are you like a guest on this show?
Yeah.
Am I the skeptic dude?
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's cool, man. So what you been up to since I last spoke to you in the previous episode, which was like an hour ago that we filmed?
I don't know. I had dinner
Nice.
with this guy called Brandon.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. What were we having?
It was like steak and some potatoes, mashed potatoes.
Oh, sounds like a
You
good
know,
night.
veggies and stuff. What about you? What'd you do?
I had a guy over called Joel, and we were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we just filmed episode 3 of the podcast, and then we had a break, went upstairs, and had some dinner.
Oh yeah. What'd you have for dinner?
Steak.
Really?
Yeah, potato and gravy and some lovely
Yeah.
vegetables.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's pretty much exactly what I had.
That's insane.
Actually, I
man.
think that's exactly what I had.
That's crazy.
Wait, what was the date you did this?
Today, the 20th of back in time, the 20th of March, on a Friday.
Me too.
Get the fuck out of here! Damn.
Yeah. I don't know where that's going. Oh boy. Okay.
Sorry, everyone.
Ow.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I don't know why I said ow. I hit the cup on the mic and I said ow.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully the mic doesn't slowly descend.
Yeah, for like the last 10 minutes, I have this problem with this fucking boom arm that just keeps fucking collapsing. It just keeps moving down under Joel. Fucking little asshole.
Little asshole, bro.
Anyway, so I'm a thug now, you know.
Yeah, he's,
Thug life.
He's popping.
What's popping? Ah! Holy shit, that pigs so much on mine.
Yeah, mine's alright, I guess.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about this episode? So we're not going to talk about the coronavirus.
No,
You
we
heard that in
weren't
the last...
going to mention
shit,
it
I
at
fucked it up.
all. We weren't even going to mention
Actually, who
it.
knows? It's Wednesday now. It's probably it's probably really serious. Like, we definitely, they'd be like, oh, geez, I hope they talk about the coronavirus in the next episode. You know, that I'd like to hear their opinion on this.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, this is an emergency episode. You know, we just know that this is coming out next week. So we're going to try and make this as timeless as possible. But
Yeah,
right now...
until you mentioned the coronavirus,
That's right.
which is what we were not going to mention.
Yeah, but we're not going into detail about the coronavirus. It's not like we've been talking... All right, that's enough corona talk. What we got here?
Oh, man.
Let's talk about some drunk party stories.
Drunk party stories. What's some good drunk party stories? Do you have any off the top of your head? Like right now?
Let's see.
Because I know we've got a few.
Yeah.
Should we just tell them about the time we had a lightsaber battle at the front of Billy's house in the city?
Let's set the scene. This is a great story.
Yeah, let's set the scene.
I love this story.
Go on, Brandon.
So,
set the scene.
Set the scene. So it was early January, and Billy, our dear friend, he'll be a guest on the show Monday.
Yes, he will be.
It was his 20th, and this is back when he was living in South Yarra. South Yarra is, you know, out towards the city, out near St Kilda.
Pretty much the city.
Yeah, and we were heading out there because what we were going to do was go to his house, have a few drinks.
Yeah.
And then we had this whole night planned out. We were going to go hit up the Irish pub down the road, or the Rish, as the kiddies call it.
The Rish. You probably
This is the Rish in South Yarra. Yeah, we spoke about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we were going to hit the clubs, you know. Yeah. And so
had a whole night planned out.
Yeah, everything, all these things planned out. We
Ooh, sorry.
The afternoon started us catching the train in.
Yep.
And the Belgrave line.
Yep.
Good fun.
Did we meet Jimmy Barnes there? Was that the day we ran into Jimmy Barnes?
No.
Was it the other day?
That was another day.
Okay.
Not the real Jimmy Barnes.
Not the real
but,
Jimmy
but
Barnes.
it's a real Jimmy Barnes, but not the Jimmy
His
Barnes.
name's Jimmy Barnes, but it's not Jimmy Barnes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was another time.
Jimmy Barnes. Yeah.
But no, we got on the train and we're all meeting on the train on the way there, and the train suddenly terminates at Ringwood. Now, Ringwood is like, it's one of the first, like, stations.
Yeah.
Like, it's really early on in the trip, you know?
Yeah.
It'd take about an hour to get to South Yarra, and that's, you know, changing trains as well.
Yeah.
And, the train terminates at Ringwood, and they're telling us, and an announcement specifically says, get on platform 3 to continue to Flinders Street. Thought, okay, too easy. We get off the train, go to platform 3, get on the train, and we notice the train's going the opposite direction. Okay, this is fucking weird. Lilydale. Yeah. The Lilydale line, right? So we're thinking, what the fuck's going on? So we get off at the next station. Now we're in East Ringwood.
Yeah.
There are the boys, you, me, Casey, and the other Joel.
Yeah, the other Joel.
And, well, we shouldn't have called him the other Joel.
Joel, yeah.
You, me, Joel, and Casey.
And Joel.
And Joel. But you're Joel, yeah.
Sorry,
Hang
I
on,
was just
who's
trying to
me?
throw you off your ball for a second.
You're Tyler Durden, then you. Is what this is about? Like, so, then we get off at Ringwood East, and it's one of them old platforms, one of them old train stations. There's no fucking, you know, there's nothing to tell you when the next train is. So you're going to walk to the end of the station where they got their bloody thing up. And so, we end up getting the next train towards Flinders Street after half an hour. Had to get off at... Do you have to get off at Ringwood?
Yes.
Yeah. Back off at Ringwood.
And catch that bus.
And then catch the bus.
Yeah.
Because then the announcer started saying, catch the bus to get to Flinders. We're like, okay, well, fucking why was that, you know, what was all that bullshit before?
That was said. Yeah,
exactly. That was fucking gay. So, but not, well, hey, let's reiterate. Not gay as in, like, you know, there's nothing homosexual about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, you know, it's just fucking.
No, I
gay.
I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, but do the audience get it? Thinking, oh my god, this guy hates gay people.
No, yeah.
No.
To classify, he's not.
So Joe Rogan went into good detail about explaining that he was talking about pro wrestling.
Yeah.
He's gay. I was like, how dare you say that about pro wrestling? You'd like it if you watched it. What are you calling it, gay or something? And he goes, no, not gay as in, you know, homosexual. Just gay as in like it's fuck. No, it's just gay. There's no other way to describe it, you know.
Okay.
So anyway, Joel didn't make a big deal about it just now. I wouldn't have had to explain myself because here people are thinking Joel's laughing at a homophobic joke.
Oh yeah.
It's all right. Why are we even talking about gays? Yeah, so we get on the bus. Maybe this is getting to a bit.
You always say stuff when I'm like drinking. What anyway?
This is getting a little bit humble, right? Me with my
bus.
Just my feet out. Yeah. So the bus. We get on the bus, and this interesting guy gets on. So you know, buses replacing trains. You know, fair enough. This 1 second. This bus is taking us to. Yeah, this bus is going to take us to Camberwell, and then we take Camberwell to Richmond.
Yeah.
We get on the bus, and then there's this strange guy who gets on. Interesting fella.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Keyword interesting. That's probably like an understatement. This guy, Chris King is his name. Shout out to Chris King, hey?
Okay, don't worry. Should we have like...
Do you reckon he's going to listen to this?
No.
Well,
he did say he's going to interrogate us, but you'll figure that out later in the thing. Is that stopped?
So, yeah. So at this point, it's 5 o'clock, and we're on our way, just heading to South Yarra for a big night for Billy's 20th. And, you know, it takes us like an extra 90 minutes to fucking get to Richmond.
Yeah.
So we get on the bus, this interesting guy gets on, and then he walks back off. He goes, it's too full on here, I'll go on to the other bus. So he gets off, and Joel and I look at each other like, thankful. And we're all...
God for that.
We're all sitting on like separate... Because it was a very packed bus, so we all just got to sit wherever we could. And we thought, okay, thank God that Nuffy's off the train.
But he was saying stuff on that bus that made us react like that. It wasn't just the fact that we saw him like that. Like, we weren't judging a book by its cover.
Oh, yeah, no.
He came on and he was very... like jumping up. He had a black eye, didn't he?
Mm.
He had a full-on black eye and...
Probably even saying the wrong thing to the wrong person, you know?
Yeah.
There with a pizza box in his hand and a little Coca-Cola bottle.
Yeah, and he was saying something about, like... microchips. No.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he was. He was saying something about like we've all got microchips in our brain, and then as he was leaving the bus, he's like, just kidding, you're all my subconscious. And then he jumps off the bus,
That's
and then he quickly pops his head back in and goes, "My father told me that no one can enter your brain." And then he left, and we're like, okay, yeah. Thank God this guy's gone.
Thank God. And then all of a sudden, he gets back on our bus because the other bus was full and that was already leaving, and he goes, "Oh, you know what? I love people." So he gets on. He sits. Actually, no. So first of all, he's kind of standing in the middle of the bus, and he's just talking to random people. You know, just trying to make conversation.
What fascinates you?
What fancies you?
What makes you tick?
What tickles your fancy? All that kind of shit.
What are your interests?
Yeah. So he then he sees like someone's got off the bus, and it was someone in front of me. So he goes, "Oh, bless you, left me a seat. Oh, bless you." So he sits in front of me. I thought, okay, good, now I'm just looking into the back of his head, as long as he doesn't turn around and look directly at me.
Yeah.
But before he sat down, he pointed at me and goes, "Do you know what's going on?" I'm like, fuck, I don't know, man. You know. And
I was just avoiding eye contact with him.
Yeah, that was it. That's the best you can do. And so when he sits down, he starts talking to a couple of guys at the front, goes, "Oh, what fancies you?" And they're ignoring him. And this is like that thing, there's like that unity on the bus where everyone on the bus, they're all thinking like, what the
yeah.
Like, what station is this guy getting off at? You know, and it's a bus, and we're in Ringwood on the way to Camberwell.
And we're all there's a lot of fucking as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fucking stops between, you know. So, then he starts talking to Joel. Not this Joel.
Not me, but the other Joel.
Yeah, and he starts going, "Oh, what fascinates you?" And then he goes, "Are you talking to me?" And then he goes, "Oh, I like books." And he goes, "Oh, you like books, do you? Ever read Nietzsche?" And a bunch of other book recommendations he gave him. And then he's talking, and Joel's making comments. I thought, okay, this is interesting. and then Joel goes, he goes, "Oh, have you ever read 1984?" And he goes, "No, what's that about?" And he
Oh,
goes,
wait. Before you say that, he kept saying throughout because this is like the kicker. Before that happened, throughout the whole bus ride, he kept talking about how his father told people that he couldn't get into other people's heads.
And they couldn't get into his, yeah.
Yeah, no one can get into his head
Yeah.
and stuff, but he was repeating that throughout
That's right.
the bus ride.
Yeah,
but then, Joel
and
recommends...
microchips and shit,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
government
yeah.
getting into him, and
no one can
you know,
enter
are
his
you
head.
all are you all in my subconscious mind right now? Is everything real? All that kind of shit. Yeah.
He was saying that the whole
Yeah.
time, and then Joel
Then
says
Joel
the
goes,
19
"Oh, have you read 1984?" And he goes, "No, what's it about?" And he goes, "Oh, well, you know, you're just talking a lot about getting inside people's heads. That's kind of what it's about." Actually, no. First he goes, "Oh, it's about getting inside someone's head."
Yeah,
And then he goes,
he, like, kind of reacted.
sounds like a fiction, eh? A fiction. And then Joel goes, "Yeah, it just made me think, you know, because you were talking about getting inside people's heads." And he goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, no worries, mate. I'll think about it." And then Joel turns back, facing the front, and then he keeps talking to him. But at this point, I thought Joel was ignoring him, but the truth was he actually didn't know he was talking to him.
Yeah.
Because then he goes, "Oh, hey, mate, who's your father? Who's your old man?" "Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry to offend you. You were raised by your mum, weren't you?" "Oh, sorry about that, mate. I mean, you know, if it didn't offend you, then if it something like
No, if it doesn't offend me, it shouldn't offend you.
yeah, that's it.
That's
yeah,
what he
yeah,
said.
yeah,
That made no sense whatsoever. He just says something like straight up and just goes on a tangent, and he goes, if it doesn't offend me, then it shouldn't offend you." I was like, that's not how that works, but okay.
And he turns around, looks at me, and goes, "Oh, no, you're too young. I won't interrogate you, mate." I thought, "Oh, thanks, Chris King."
He called out to me at one stage.
That's right, because you were sitting sort of near.
I think he said something about someone with the tattoo, because my mark.
Yeah.
But
and another thing, I had my bags like with Joel because I had to move.
Yeah.
He goes, "What's in your bags, mate?" I was thinking, for fuck's sake, just shut up. You know, it was a lot. The lightsabers were in there, but that's for later in the story. You know,
we'll get to the lightsabers.
So yeah, that all happens, and then he even asked this guy who was sitting opposite me. He goes, "Oh, what do you do with yourself, mate?" And the guy with the earphones goes, "Oh, what?" And he goes, "What do you do with yourself?" He goes, "Oh, I work for the NBN." He goes, "NBN, what's that?" "Oh, internet." "Oh, internet. Oh, yeah, wouldn't know much about that, mate." No, good, honest job, mate. Oh, good on you. You know,
and then two like foreigners, I think it was. They seemed German. Those two German dudes.
That's right. Yeah.
They didn't speak much English, and he was like ripping into them.
Yeah. I say, ignore me now. I pretend I don't exist.
What fascinates you? Oh, that communication skills must be pretty low. It's like, okay, bro.
It's like,
what fascinates you? And they're like, what? And I was giving them a look as in don't engage in conversation.
Yeah.
So
and
they
that
kind of
thing
took
where he'd say a kind of go, "Oh, rightio." Oh, yeah, there you go. Woo. Rightio.
Yeah, tap, boom, boom, bang,
Struth.
And then he was like, what was it talking about? He's like, "Do you know what I like in music? I like triads. Yeah, boom, 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 bang, 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 bang. Triads, yeah, number 3." And I was thinking to myself, that's not what a triad is, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're on about.
I'm not going to correct
And then he
you.
eventually gets off and he goes, "Oh, bless you people. 3 points for everyone." Yeah. And he gets on the bus. I thought,
3 points of life. You only get 3. You get 3 points a day, and something like that. I don't know what he was talking about.
I think it's 1 point a day, but he gave us 3 because we're in his subconscious, so he was allowed to give us that. You know.
Oh yeah. 1 point
Problem
a day.
is, this dude
like
is
that.
he is proof. He is living proof we're living in a simulation. That was what I learnt that day. Like that was what I learnt. And it's interesting. So this is kind of this was what happened a couple months later. So this was during not a couple months later. Would have only been a couple of weeks later.
Yeah.
During the Australian Open when that was all going on, and it was the semi-finals, whatever. And I was with Leo at Eastland, and we were just hanging out outside in a little grass patch.
Yeah.
And they had the big screen. They were playing it there, and then I could hear this voice.
Yeah.
Oh, rightio.
Voice.
A familiar voice. Oh, rightio then. Ha ha ha. And I thought, oh fuck. Hey Leo, you see that man there? He goes, "Yeah, that's Chris King, man." I told him, filled him in. Because I was actually just telling him that story before we saw him.
Yeah.
And then Leo goes, "Yeah, I've seen that guy. He was that really, he said he was that really coherent, that really fluent junkie we saw on the train." I was like, "What? When was this?" And he goes, "Oh, this was with Joel, but Joel hadn't actually seen him that time. They were on the train, which is funny. They were coming back from Belgrave, and he was like, just talking really quickly, making observations about people. Yeah. I thought, okay, yeah. Good man.
Didn't he, just before he got off the bus and said bye to us, didn't he say something like, if I see you guys this time next year, I'm going to interrogate you. And don't think you can hide. Chris King, he said that before he got off the bus.
Really? I don't remember that.
Well, he did. He's like, if I see any of you next year, I will interrogate you. And I was like, oh,
Shit, man.
bro.
Yeah, well, I saw him just 2 weeks
And he's
later. How
like,
about
hey,
that?
I switched off my microchips. Goodbye. And he's
Yeah,
like,
that's
something
it.
like that. And I was like, okay, man. Whatever floats your boat.
I think he said he was going to invent it. He was going to create a microchip he could put in his brain or something like that.
Yeah. Look.
Or he's going to take his... I don't know, something like that.
No, yeah,
But-
he's taking his microchip out.
so
That's
they
what he's talking
they
about.
can't follow him, yeah.
That's some shit.
But anyway, when he was at the front of Eastland, he was there was like a couple of Japanese kids who were it was like that would have been right as school went back,
Yeah.
and these brothers were just like sitting on the grass eating fish and chips, and then Chris King's talking to them and he's asking them to teach him Japanese,
Oh, okay.
and I was thinking, oh god, these poor kids.
Yeah.
And here he is just asking them all these questions. It, went okay. I was just glad he didn't, come out because he kept walking around making his way, came up to this woman who was there with a toddler and goes, "Oh, look, isn't she pretty?" And she's thinking, "Yes,
Yes.
fuck,
Fuck off now.
yeah, please
Get
leave."
fucked.
So anyway,
Yeah.
he thank God he finally gets off the bus. Yep, and then we go to Camberwell, catch a train. We get into the city, all, happy days, all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we go into full party mode, having
We're
fun.
going to have prees at
Yep.
Billy's house as well.
Which we
The
did.
plan was.
Yep, so we
Yeah.
started by that, having a few prees, having fun, and Billy keeps telling us, oh yeah, we're going to
Go to the Rish.
go
get
to the
some
Rish, all that
ladies.
kind of stuff. Yeah, have a good night.
And then
And then,
Yeah. What was prees turned into.
basically we'll put it this. Think of it like The Hangover, right? Except nothing crazy happens. So, that scene we're on the rooftop
Yeah.
and they're having the Jägermeister,
Yeah.
and then they start playing Usher's Yeah,
Yeah.
and then fast forward the next morning, it'd be them waking up the next morning, in their hotel,
Yeah.
but they never left the hotel. That's basically how our night happened. We never left. Well, we went down the road
Yeah, we did.
to have a lightsaber battle. We'll get
Well,
into that soon. But we never we never went anywhere. We
Yeah.
had this plan to hit the Rish, then go to the clubs, and then keep stay up. It was meant to be a real.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a wild night, but
The problem is we drank so much that
well, Billy did.
disappeared.
Yeah, Billy disappeared.
Yeah, so
He was-
it's almost like The Hangover. Like,
Yeah,
where'd he go?
yeah. We lost
Where'd he
Doug.
go?
We lost Doug.
Yeah. So
You know?
we're trying to find him, and then we go in, we walk into the bathroom, and there he is with a bucket.
Sitting on the toilet with a bucket.
Yeah, sitting on the toilet with a bucket.
Yep.
And we're like, "You alright?" And he goes,
And
"Yeah, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
you still going to the Rish? Yeah.
Oh, of course, mate.
Of
Just
course.
just another couple of beers and we'll all be good.
Just a
you know?
couple more beers, and we'll go down to the Rish.
And that became like the motif of the night.
Yeah.
Was checking on Billy. Hey, Billy, how you doing? We still going on the Rish? He goes, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So even after, like, this was a few hours later when we went to bed,
3 hours later.
Casey and I are tucking him in, and then I'm like, hey, check this out. Hey, Billy. He goes, what? Still going on the Rish? He goes, of course, mate.
Get some ladies.
Of course, get some ladies. And that's what before when he got really drunk, he was throwing condoms at us.
Yeah.
He's
that
like, I'm
was
like
weird.
freaking Oprah over here. Condom for you, condom for you, condom for you. Just fucking throwing them at us.
We're just like, okay, bro. We
Like-
just put him
All
down
right.
on the
Yeah,
table.
put them down on the table.
Okay, thanks.
So funny. And then, then you and me had a lightsaber battle in the street.
Yes.
Yeah, which
Oh,
was
the
a lot of
camera
good
stopped.
fun. That's all right.
Like, yeah. We just kept the drinks going, and then we ended up grabbing lightsabers, and then
Yep.
we're like, oh, let's have a lightsaber battle. And we're like, yeah. And we started inside, so we're hitting each other inside, and everyone's hitting each other and stabbing each other or whatever. And then eventually, somehow, we went outside, and we started like running down the street.
Yep. And if Joel can be fucked, he'll put the video just here so you can see.
Yes,
It might be fun.
just. Actually, I will put it here.
Or you
but
put the
it's
whole,
just
maybe you can take the full screen, maybe.
full screen, yeah, or I can just plop
Up
it
to you,
right
man.
here somewhere. But
You might get copyrighted if you use the
I
music.
won't use
so
the,
just,
I won't
yeah,
use
just
the
have it.
audio of it.
Yeah, we had so get into that. So yeah, we have this fight. I kicked Joel in the face at some point. I have no recollection of it.
Yeah.
And
I was on the
this was
ground.
like before the other Joel came out to film it. We were like fighting, and then we kind of fell over, and then
Had like an
I
asthma
started.
attack.
That's right. We both had an asthma attack, and then and then at one point we were lying down, and then I just started to roll,
Yeah.
and I rolled all the way down this driveway. And I was so drunk that when I opened my eyes, I was like 30 meters away from Joel. Like I'd gone down the whole length of the driveway and out into the car park. I was like, "Fuck, man."
Yeah. That was,
This is dangerous. Then Joel came out and he was filming us, and then we just
had a fight again.
had a fight out in the middle of the street.
We almost hit
waved to
pedestrians.
people. Oh no,
We-
no!
What?
Don't say that.
No. I don't mean as in like a bad thing. I mean as in like we were just hitting each other and then pedestrians walked past.
Yeah, okay.
I don't mean as in like we intentionally went and hit pedestrians.
It was an accident, and Joel said it's okay. Don't worry about them. They're just drunk.
Yeah.
And then we even had this Uber driver who was across the street, and he was pissing himself
yeah,
laughing,
yeah.
And we kept reenacting fucking Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. That was funny. Yeah.
So funny.
It's going around
And
like
then the next morning, we all went to bed.
very hungover. I was
Oh, but hang on.
wrecked.
But the night before we had our lightsaber, you just reminded me. I went outside with Billy and the other Joel doing something, and then you left me a voicemail. I've deleted it now, but it was like, "Hey, Brandon, you just left. You just left. Yeah, we're watching Rick and Morty, bro.
Rick
and
and
Morty.
Come back, bro.
Come back, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, yep. Next
But,
morning.
yeah, the next morning, I was absolutely wrecked. Like, I was so sick. I was sick. I was, sorry if you get grossed out easily, but I was throwing up heaps. And I didn't have the comfort of a bucket next to me.
Well, hey
because
man, it was the best I
Billy-
could do because Billy was hogging the
Billy
bucket. Yeah.
took the bucket.
Because right before Joel went to sleep, he goes, "Hey, Brandon, can you get me a bucket?" I said, "Yeah, no problem, man. I got you."
couldn't
Oh, the best I could find was a bit of Tupperware, like a lunch. Like,
It was that big. It was
Yeah.
it was a tiny little.
and it filled up.
Yeah,
You filled that up,
I
know?
filled it up. I was a
And
magician. I
other
didn't get it
Joel's
on the
beside you
ground or
fucking
anything.
cooking his fucking omelette. Thinking, how
I don't know
how
how,
can you...
he cooked an omelet
Yeah,
while
and
the
and
smell
ate
of
it,
that.
Yeah.
He sat next to me and ate that. Like I could have sworn it was looking him in the eye.
Damn,
No, I'm
man.
sorry, that's getting a bit gross.
Just...
Just a bit.
Yeah.
But
But then
yeah,
what was funny was, because I was in the other room, and for like part of the morning, I was just trying to find, like I was uploading that our lightsaber battle
yeah.
on Instagram. I'm just trying to find fucking music for it, and then I found the
Oh, careful, copyrights now. Because you sound just like.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we had that fight scene music. I don't know what it's
Yeah.
called. I'm sorry.
Duel of
Duel of the Fates. Duel of Fates. Yeah,
Duel
something
of
like that.
Fates.
Yeah, and then I keep playing that, so the boys keep hearing that. That's probably what woke them up. And then other Joel kept waking up, and he went for a walk first.
Yeah.
And then he'd freak us the fuck out because he buzzed to so we'd
Yeah,
get him
he
back
kept
in.
buzzing, and
And
it
then
was
he
such a loud buzz.
then he came in, Casey let him in, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm going to go for another walk." Okay, he went out and got a coffee somewhere, came back, and then fuck, and then and then comes back in, but
You know what also sucked? I went to bed without any blankets or anything. Meanwhile, you guys are fucking snug with the rugs.
hey man, I got you a bucket.
And
That's at least
yeah, but my blanket was underneath Casey. Casey was sleeping on 2 blankets the whole fucking night, and I was freezing.
He
my
was on the
ass
couch.
off.
You were on the floor as well.
I was on the floor with like a pillow, and I had nothing. I was freezing, and I was throwing up, and he was laying on the couch, and he had both blankets. What a little bitch.
thing I loved
But,
was when I
yeah.
was sitting there, finished editing. You know this.
Yeah.
I just go, "Hey boys, how we doing?" Casey goes, "Yeah, mate." "Joel, how you doing?" That's what I hear, and then I just "Hey Joel, how you doing?" "Good on you, mate." Off the tees for now, just fucking around.
Yeah, he
you
thought
know.
I was joking.
Yeah, I
He
thought
I was
like it sounded like
mucking
it.
around.
Yeah,
But then it kept happening.
and I thought, oh, hey Billy, I think Joel's puking his guts up.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
continued the bender. You know, we went back to mine
Yeah.
that night.
Had more drinks.
And on the train we saw like this this young hippie chick who was like asleep. Yeah, the one who was like this.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was weird.
And this was like, yeah, we had to get on the bus, replacement bus,
Yeah.
because we took the train to Camberwell. And yeah, she just asleep like that, and Billy just looks at me and it's like, off the tees for now. Shout out to Nat's What I Reckon.
That's what I reckon, mate.
Couple of bones in it.
Yeah, that was the. I guess you could say it's the lightsaber battle story, but
Oh yeah, that's right. I almost forgot. That same night, as we found out the next morning, down Chapel Street.
Oh yeah.
At at about would have been about 5 a.m. Yeah, a guy was stabbed.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if he's alive still.
yeah, he passed away.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
and the whole street was closed and everything. But we were less than a block away.
Yeah.
Literally right around the corner.
A few streets away.
And like, okay, what happened a few hours after we finished? I'm just we didn't like continue down Chapel Street.
Yeah,
because we're less than
running.
a block away. Yeah, we're running, we're fighting and stuff. I'm thinking, because they're saying like, oh, if anyone has any information, contact Crime Stoppers. I'm thinking like, imagine like the amount of people who like, oh, I think I was a witness. There were a couple of guys hitting each other with lightsabers in the street.
Yeah, they could have thought that we'd
yeah.
lightsabers and shit running down the street, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, we saw that!" No,
Yeah.
but that was actually pretty scary because we could have actually become victims, if we continued.
No, yeah.
way we're
Well,
going.
who knows what other shit happened down? Well, see, that happened at like 5 a.m.
Yeah,
as well. We weren't.
we finished at like 3.
Yeah, or
think.
not even that.
Not even-
I think
yeah,
we
about maybe
came
2.
inside about 1 and then
Yeah,
kept mucking around.
yeah, but that was spooky. But yeah,
Scary shit.
John Mayer that morning.
That's right, John Mayer.
John Mayer.
Would you mind describing what the John Mayer is?
The John Mayer. Now, within our little group, we've got a saying. It's called. My phone just vibrated.
It's called doing the John Mayer.
Someone liked my TikTok.
Did
Alright,
they?
sorry.
Oh, that's right. Joel's TikTok famous. The basic fella?
No, I'm fucking.
That basic fella. TikTok.
That basic fella at TikTok. What a plug, but it's not that. I just do it for fun. All right.
Nice.
Just put it out there.
It's all good.
Not that famous.
You can plug your content. It's fine. I'll plug my YouTube channel, Brandon Cameron. Just uploaded a radio drum a few days ago.
If you like TikTok and you like someone being a fuckwit
And you like white boys?
and you like someone who's average looking, that basic fella. That's
You call yourself average looking?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'd
well,
say
that's
you're
why I'm that
beautiful.
basic
I'd say you're
basic
beautiful.
fella.
A beautiful basic boy.
Thanks, man. But yeah, I'm a basic fella. So that's why, I'm on TikTok.
Fuck yeah,
I
peanut
wouldn't-
butter.
I wouldn't be basic if I was on,
That's right.
Also, that basic fella on Instagram. Whoa, shout out.
But now, for real, shout out.
For real,
Followers,
followers, Casey Frey. But anyway.
Fuck, man, we're pretty generous with these shout outs, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? We should
So,
stop.
yeah,
John Mayer. So, yes, John Mayer, as in John Mayer. So, at my 18th...
Hang on, what do you mean John Mayer as in John Mayer? Like John Mayer the singer or John Mayer the
I mean,
singer-songwriter?
well, if they think of John Mayer, I'm actually talking about John Mayer.
Okay.
But John Mayer also means something else.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
why I
framework.
want to be
I was just
clear.
classifying that John Mayer is actually connected to
Right.
the story.
But what's John Mayer, then?
I don't know where this bit was going. But
John Mayer the artist?
yes.
Okay, John Mayer the artist, yeah.
John Mayer the musician.
In case you already know the John Mayer, because we might have viewers who are
That's
like,
what I was trying to say.
what
I was
the
trying
fuck?
to be like, John Mayer's a musician.
Yeah,
But I just decided to make a meme and say
Yeah.
he's John Mayer.
it's a good
Because
meme.
everyone should know.
That's a
what
solid
John
meme.
Mayer is anyway. But
The
so
boomers probably don't.
the
Yeah.
saying, I think we should have a John Mayer count in the corner every single time.
Every time we say John Mayer.
It's probably at like 20 or something right now. But
So, the John
Paul-
Mayer.
all right,
I'd love to do a John Mayer on the show one day.
there's gonna be so many John Mayers.
Terrible.
in
They don't even know
the-
what a John Mayer is yet. I'm talking about, imagine we do a John Mayer on the show. And they're thinking, what the fuck are you gonna do a John? That's disgusting, man. Yeah.
We're gonna do John.
Yeah. No, not just any.
Oh god.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway.
John
anyway,
Mayer.
Anyway, jokes aside, John Mayer count is still going. I've probably put it up, knowing myself. But yeah. So at my 18th, I got
Plastered.
booze. I got plastered
Yeah.
An absolute shit
Yeah,
faced.
like at any 18th. I mean, if you didn't get
Yeah.
absolutely shit-faced at your 18th,
It wasn't
wake
an
up the
18th.
next morning and kept throwing up,
And regretted
and
drinking.
then regretted drinking, and then you thought, I'm never drinking again, but then you
And
got
then
on
you
the
start
piss the
drinking
very
again.
next day, and you threw up the contents of Zane's shoe from the previous night. I mean, that was an oddly specific one, but
Yeah.
if that happened to you, thanks again, Zane. But yeah,
But yeah. Anyway, so I got absolutely plastered, and I was mixing drinks all night. I didn't know that was a bad thing. Hey, also shout out, don't mix drinks. It's
or don't
serious.
have an energy drink on an empty stomach.
Don't have an energy drink on an empty stomach, and don't mix it with alcohol. But
2 sips. Yep.
yeah, pretty much. But anyway, so on
But
the
don't do that
18th
either. Yeah. Sorry. So John Mayer.
Yeah, John.
Otherwise,
Mayer.
you might John Mayer if you do that. You know.
Yeah,
Or you die.
it's true. I like how we know what John Mayer means, but they don't know
They
it yet.
still
'cause
don't know.
I haven't got around to saying it, but we keep referencing it as if they know what we're
Who,
talking
John
about.
Mayer?
John Mayer.
Like the John Mayer. John
Holy
Mayer. Like
fuck.
when you do a John Mayer. What are we at, like 70 right now?
Yeah, probably. Anyway, John Mayer.
John Mayer.
Okay. Fuck this. I hope this becomes a meme. No. Anyway.
Be a great motif. Okay.
yeah.
So John Mayer.
Fucking.
Explain what a
Okay,
John Mayer
so
is.
I was shit faced, and then
Were we rocking out to John Mayer that night? No, not yet. A bit later.
No, we weren't listening to John Mayer just yet.
Oh shit! These are pretty shit tattoos. They come right off. Bullshit.
Okay, but anyway, I was shit faced at my 18th, and then later in that night, after pretty much everyone was kind of like leaving, I decided to put on the musician John Mayer, and I was talking about just how much I liked him, and I was explaining about it, and we're listening to his songs, just jamming out. I think we played pretty much all his albums.
Did you?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I was just talking about how much I love him, and then I sat down on my bed and laid down, and I was still talking, and as soon as I laid down, everything started spinning, like I got the spins, and then Billy was about to respond to how much he likes John Mayer too. Like he's like, oh yeah, I like John Mayer too, and I was like, yeah, John Mayer's really cool, and then I was like, hang on a second, hold that thought, just like I did to you when I was about to faint. But I'm like, hold that thought. I got up, walked to my bathroom, and I just puked for hours
Instantly,
and hours.
Yeah.
On end while John Mayer was playing the whole time, and then
Okay.
literally
Hey,
everyone.
you guys heard John Mayer? John Mayer's good, isn't he?
yeah,
Like
exactly.
as soon as you
yeah.
hear the word John Mayer, it just makes you want to
Yeah.
puke. But yeah.
Yeah, and then it got to the point where everyone was gone from the party. Like
Well,
everyone,
it was only.
but
yeah.
everyone was saying bye to me, and I was still puking my guts out, and John Mayer was still playing the whole time.
Well,
But then,
you
yeah.
started puking after I left, so it was only 2 people left.
Yeah, pretty much. And then after they left, I was still puking my guts
Yeah.
out.
And the next morning, feeling like
Yeah.
shit.
And then that's when the saying pulling a John Mayer came from. So
Basically,
some people
where
will
you-
say I
you
John
get-
Mayered, and
Yeah. So John Mayer is basically where you get on the piss pretty hard and then you throw up.
yeah, and you
that's
throw
all
up.
it is.
If you throw
you know.
up, you John Mayered, and that caught on in our little
Yeah.
our group,
Yeah.
and it has not.
And
died
maybe it's
down.
going to catch up onto you guys. It's become a
that happened
motif of the show.
last year on July, and it's still a thing to this day.
Fuck.
What's the date? 20th of March.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still been a thing for ages. Like that's happened nearly I would say a couple of times a month. Someone said,
Although the 25th when they get this.
"Oh yeah."
Holy shit! It's the 25th of March. Can
It's
you
the
fucking believe
25th?
that, guys?
We're in the future.
Holy shit.
But yeah, that's where the saying John Mayer came from. We're probably at 1,000 with the name. But yeah, that was my experience with that. Drinking's fun.
Drinking's so much fun.
Yeah. You've probably heard us talk about the Irish a couple of times. Well, I've got an interesting Irish story for you guys, unless Brandon wants to take the wheel before I do.
Take that wheel, boy.
All right, Brandon was there.
Put it
I'm
in the
pretty sure.
fast lane, boy.
All right. So this story was we're going on a Monday night. Now that sounds weird, but
Monday nights of the Rish is where it's really maybe not anymore,
it's popping.
but they've been popping up until recently.
Yeah, it's popping.
It's
That's when
club
all the
night.
uni students go.
Yeah, it's club night,
So
and all the underage girls who have, fake IDs.
I didn't know that, but yeah, I did know that. I don't know why I said I didn't know that. But yeah, it's mainly uni students go on that day because they have like a day off or something on
Yeah.
Tuesday. I don't know how it fucking works. I've never.
Yeah, do we look
don't-
like uni
yeah,
boys?
Do we look like uni students?
Fuck you.
But one night it was absolutely popping. Like we couldn't get a drink. It took half an hour to get a drink. It was just so many people, and I think it got to the point
Ridiculous.
where I just wanted to leave. So I decided, okay, I want to leave.
Fuck
And then
this.
as I'm pushing, well, not pushing because I don't like to push through people, but I was trying to like squeeze past everyone. And Brandon's behind me, Billy's behind me, and then all of a sudden, a big circle opens up, and I'm in the center of it,
Of all these dudes.
of all these guys. And I can hear the music is about to do like a bass drop, and all these dudes are in a circle, and I thought to myself, oh, I'm in fucking trouble. So
Because they closed up the circle, I couldn't get through because then all
yeah,
of a
they
sudden,
closed off the circle.
all
They made a
these dudes-
huge circle
yeah.
in the middle of the Irish, and it was heaps of people. Like I said before, it took half an hour to
And
get a
they,
drink.
well,
because
they're
there's
all
so
they're
many
all
people.
just these fucking bogans.
Yeah.
Just these
Yeah.
dumb drunk fucking idiots who just showed up and then they
Yeah, and then they made this massive circle. I could hear the bass was about to drop. I thought, this is not going to go well. So then I tried to go out, and they pushed me back to the center. And I tried to go out again, and they kept pushing me back to the center. So I couldn't leave the circle. And then bass drops, and I ended up off the floor. They picked me up. Actually, no, they ran into me first and started pushing me around. And then I was like, this is shit. And then someone picked me up and threw me across the room.
That's right. Yep.
And then I was like, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah. Fuck this.
I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. Just picked you up from behind.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, I'm trying to get past, like pushing through these people, and then suddenly my feet are not on the ground. And then I
Yeah.
was
Someone's
thrown.
doing the Heimlich maneuver on me, and
Yeah, and then I was thrown like across the room, and I
yeah.
thought, okay, this is time to leave. And then after I left, and Brandon left, and Billy left, apparently like a bar fight happened. Like a
that's
really
right. With
vicious,
this
these
group.
people. These
Yeah.
people started a fight with so many.
And
people.
we never seen those guys there before. Like this was
Yeah.
like, you know.
And we were regulars.
Yeah, that's it. Well, see, that's the saddest part when you go to the Rish, and then you go there like we didn't go there that often, you know. Not
Monday
every week, no,
and
not
Friday, and Saturday.
well every Monday. Well, first it was Fridays, fresh Fridays. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was
was
lit. Yeah, that was great. And then we
Saturdays for the
thought, okay,
bands.
yeah, and then we thought, oh well, let's check it. Let's see what Monday's about. And then every Monday night we've regretted. You know, we
Yeah.
go, this was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where, you know, you'd see people who you'd never met before.
And they'd be like, hey,
And they'd be
what's
like,
up,
"Hey,
Joel?"
what's
I'm
up?
like,
Fuck.
Who-
You know.
where do I know you from?
Yeah. Like there's one time I was there with Pip and Pip, you know, was talking to someone and then goes, oh, you know, you come down here a lot or whatever. And then he said to me, he goes, oh, yeah, I recognise you. I see you down here a lot. Like, fuck. All right. I'm out.
The only perks I got from being a regular was I met the bartender Dale.
Oh, yeah. Old
and he
mate
gave
Dale.
He gave me a free drink one time.
That's it. And he likes to, he looks after the boys.
Yeah, he's a good
Looks
lad.
after the
He's a
boys, yeah.
shout out.
Shout out to Blake.
Shout outs.
No, we're
Shout
so good.
Man, must feel good to be John Mayer because we said his name like at least 1 billion times. He must be plugged. Pretty
John
good.
Mayer, 1,000,001.
1,000,001, yeah. But yeah, you know, we've had some interesting stories with, you know, all that kind of stuff. Have you ever had like any bad Uber rides?
Bad. Maybe the only bad one was the one with you, where the guy stank.
Oh,
But at least
yeah.
we're only going to Knox.
He was stinky.
Yeah, he was bad. But
He was
no, I
pretty
had one that
horrid.
wasn't really bad, but it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was. Just moving far away. No, there was this guy. So this was like one of the last times I went to the Rish. Probably was the last. Yeah, the last time I went there on a Monday night. Last time I went to the Rish for the club night, and Jared, myself, and Billy were all walking home. It's like 4 a.m. We head to Macca's, and then keep continuing. Billy gets into an Uber and heads home. I walk with Jared to his house, and then I caught an Uber from there. And the guy pulls up. He's this big, you know, tattooed dude, like how I looked just before.
Yeah. Buff.
You know, yeah, tough looking, you know, biker type dude, you know. And
Yeah.
so I get in the car with him. I thought, oh well, he'll protect me. And and we're driving along, you know, basic talk. He goes, oh, you know, he's like, oh, you know, I can't believe you kids, you know, have the willpower to, you know, staying out the Rish late Monday nights.
Yeah. We would
You know.
stay out late.
Yeah.
3 in the morning, like closing time late.
And this was at 4? 4:30.
Fuck.
Go pick me up because he goes, "Oh, good morning, sir." I went, "Fuck yeah, that's right. It's morning." You know.
Oh, don't you hate those people? It's technically
Fuck you and your
tomorrow.
technicalities.
Technically
Yeah.
tomorrow. Get the fuck out of my sleepover.
John Mulaney at Radio
Your
City. Check it out on
EpiPen.
Netflix.
Yeah, watch it. I've seen it like 8 times, bro.
I've seen it 7. Well, technically.
Shout out, dude. We're shouting everyone.
Yeah, I know, right?
out.
But yes, where was I? Yeah, I'm talking.
Morning.
Yeah, chatting to this guy this morning, dude. He's like, yeah, I only just started like half an hour ago, and then I said to him, I had any bad experiences, any bad Uber, bad passengers, and he said, oh, this one time a guy pulled a knife on me.
Oh.
I went, what? Say more right now. I was like, what? Really? And he goes, yeah. No, I was just driving around. I thought this must have been Crimeburn, of course. And he said, no, we're just on the freeway. And the guy poured a knife on me and then said, if you want me to get out, you're going to have to drag me out. And so he pulls over into the emergency lane, gets out of the car, pulls the guy out and gives him a hiding. And then gets back in the car and drives away. I thought, fuck. Jeez. That's insane, man. He goes, yeah. And he goes, and the police told me, you shouldn't really do it. I thought, oh, well, the guy was threatening you with a knife, and he said the only way to get him out of the car was to, drag him out. I'm thinking, self-defense, boy.
Yeah.
So, if you're watching, I can't remember your name for the life of me. I'm sorry, man. But if you're watching this, yeah, shout out. Shout out.
Oh, this is the shout-out episode.
This is, the emergency shout-out episode with drunk stories.
Is that
So-
the title?
I don't know. We'll think about it. 47 minutes. Okay, we're going good. So what about you, man?
Yeah, I've had an interesting one.
Yeah.
It was just after the Elton John concert, which is the last one. Shout out Elton John. Fucking hell.
How was it? Was
It was fantastic. It was a fantastic concert. He's an absolute performer.
Oh, yeah.
He's a legend.
He's got walking pneumonia at the moment, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did as well on bloody when he
Like a
did
couple
the,
days before, like a week
Yeah.
before he came to
He
Melbourne.
couldn't
Yeah,
talk for like
yeah, that's right. Lost his
4
voice.
days or something, and then he came and did the concert. But it was fantastic. It was awesome. It was so good. But anyway, after the Elton John concert, we needed to catch an Uber just to a station. It was like maybe 10 minutes away, and
Yep.
we were trying to figure out, what's the cheapest way to get there. So we tried DD, and then DD said, I'm trying to think of what it was, $20, something like that, just to get to the station that we wanted to go was 10 minutes away. So that was kind of a rip-off. We thought, that's
Yep.
bullshit. So we went on Uber, I think, and then we got it cheaper, I think maybe $15.
Okay.
So we're waiting for this guy. It was taking forever because, the traffic after concerts is just horrible. Or just traffic in the city in general at night are horrid. So we're waiting for this guy, and then another Uber driver comes up to us and asks us if we want to get in. And we're like, oh, yeah, we just want to go down to this station. And he goes, oh, yeah, that's not too far. I'm like, yeah. And we're like, how much?
Oh, so
How much to get into
hang on.
the-
So this wasn't even the guy you ordered. It was just an Uber driver who was coming past.
I'll get to the
The juice, the
guy.
nitty gritty
But
details.
this other guy, he
Yeah.
came up and he offered an Uber drive. And we're like, yeah, all right. We just want to go to the station. He goes, oh, it's not too far. I'm like, how much to go there? And he goes, $50. And we're like, sorry, I think we heard you wrong. What did you say? Did you say $15? And he goes, no, $50. And we're like,
Like, don't need a deal.
fuck that. And we walked the other way.
$50
Like,
bucks.
we literally went,
$50.
$50.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's the $1 scratchy.
Yeah, $50. Yeah.
Oh, but it says $1 scratchy on it. Anyway,
Clarence,
shout
good
out.
one. Shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went, fuck that. Then we walked the other way. And then finally our Uber driver arrived. And yeah, everything seemed all normal. Everything's cool. He was Indian. And I was like, oh, cool. Tell me about, like, India and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then he asked me about what I want to do for a job. And I said, oh, yeah, I'd like to do, like, acting or, music stuff. And he goes, oh, acting. He goes, oh, you should star in Bollywood films. And I went, oh, okay, fair enough. Like, I'm like, yeah, sure. And then he kept talking about Bollywood films. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is cool. But then he started really pushing it onto me. Like, it felt really pushed on me. Like, he started, like, asking if I've seen, like, certain films. I'm like, no, I haven't seen any. And he goes, all right, well, check this out. And he gets a YouTube video up while he's driving in, like, peak hour traffic in the city. And he goes on his phone, and, like, I'm freaking out because he's not, like, like Brandon's doing right now. He's just driving along, goes on his phone, starts writing in this Bollywood music video, maybe, or something like that. And then he goes and shows me it while he's driving. And then he puts the video up, and then he plays the video, and he's still driving, looking at the phone, and I was freaking out, going, maybe watch the road. And so many people, you know, going on. And then the whole time...
He keeps looking at you, your reaction,
he was watching
and
my
the video.
reaction to the video. And
keep your eyes on the fucking road, mate.
I was giving it, like, awkward time, like,
yep, cool.
It's good. Yeah, but he'd watch the video, and then he'd look at me. And then he'd watch the video, and then he'd look at me.
And he wouldn't look on the fucking...
And he'd watch the video, and he'd look at me. He did not look at
Eyes on the road, baby!
I was like, look at the fucking road, we're about to crash, bro! But he just, you know, he kept doing that the whole time, and then I was like, alright.
Well, I would have loved it if he had said, hey,
out.
you would have said, hey, man, take the wheel, just for a second.
Yeah,
you just take the wheel. And
But I was freaking out, because I was like, you know, we could have a crash.
Yeah.
It's peak hour traffic and stuff. And then after that happened, he continued telling me why I should move to India. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll check it out sometime. He goes, no, don't check it out. Move there. And I was like,
I don't remember this part of the story.
I was like, I don't remember signing up for this. But
that's
anyway,
it.
I was like, all right. And he goes, no, you should definitely move there. I'm like, okay, maybe. And he goes, no, you're free like a bird. You got to move there. I was like, okay, maybe I'll consider it. And then he started talking. He's like, you know how you like Saturdays? I'm like, sure. He goes, every night in India is like Saturday. I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. I like Saturdays. Maybe I'll move to India. And he looked at me with a dead serious face and goes, you should. And I was like, fuck. Okay. Okay, man.
Did you give this guy 5 stars?
I didn't give him any fucking ratings, but anyway. but that's mainly because he then continued to get into weirder topics. About women and how sexy they are. I'm like, okay, I don't feel comfortable talking about this.
Yo, you need to go. He's like, you need to go to India.
Yeah.
Get the beautiful lady.
Yeah. And then he was talking about how Bollywood's going to take off and how it's the way to go. I was like, okay, I understand, but I'm also trying to be polite.
Yeah.
As well. And then he started talking about eating snake can increase the size of your penis or something. That was the last thing he said to me before I got out of the Uber.
This sounds like the best Uber experience, bro. I mean,
No,
aside from not looking at the road, but I mean, like,
almost
at least he was talkative. I mean, sometimes you'll be sitting there and you'd be like, you know, you'd like to have a chat or whatever, and they just say, oh yeah.
But just imagine the last thing you hear before you get out of the Uber is if you
eat a snake, your penis.
It shows how manly you are. So that means it increases the size of your penis. I'm like, thanks for that. Goodbye. And then as soon as we close the door,
Ta-ta and farewell.
Ta-ta and farewell. And then Billy and I just
looked at each other like, what?
We're like, what just happened?
Oh man,
like
that's gold.
It was pretty scary though.
Yeah.
Like every time I said something that didn't please him, like if I said maybe like I'll go to a vacation on India, like I think about it. If I said think about it, he would look at me like he's about to shoot me in the face. Like I should go there. Like now he'd drop me off at the airport.
Don't even think about it. Yeah.
Don't
like, tell him right now.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah. But like I was like, okay.
God.
I don't know. It made me feel really uncomfortable the whole time, and I was just trying to be really nice, but I don't know. I think the best kind of Uber drivers are the ones I don't like talking to them or to any people who are driving me around in Uber. You know what I mean? Like, I just prefer to sit there and listen to the music.
Fair enough. Do you tend to sit in the passenger seat or in the back?
Well, if it's
I mean now
it's
with the whole Corona
move.
scare, it's now they tell you not to get in, not sit in the passenger seat. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you get into the Uber and you're the only one there, and you get into the back seat, that's a
yeah.
That's
See down here to all our American viewers. In Australia, it's a pretty common thing to sit in the passenger seat with your taxi or your Uber driver.
But if you sit behind them and you're the only one there, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, well, a lot of people probably do that.
In America or something.
Well, even in Australia.
Maybe in Australia, but I don't know. It's kind of like a thing to...
Yeah.
I don't know, but...
But yeah, I'd have a good yarn, you know?
Yeah.
I usually just ask Uber drivers, what's the fucking weirdest thing that's ever happened? You know, like, what's the... I always ask them for stories. Cause,
I do ask that as well.
They go, many people throw up in your car. He goes, oh yeah, many times. Oh yeah, cool. Like, what's the worst experience, you know? Oh yeah. Because and then you charge them the fee to clean it up and stuff, and it's your car.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You
Yeah.
know, my dad had a mate who he did like one Uber trip.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, fuck this, and stopped it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You know,
Anyway, I think
55 minutes.
yeah, I reckon we should maybe start wrapping it up here.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in to the emergency episode. We'll try and, because
Shout
for
out.
whatever, yeah. Well, I guess this was the chat episode, wasn't it? Well, we'll try and, if ever in the future when we got something coming up or whatever we can't make, we'll make a conscious effort. At least this way, we know what was happening. I'm still in Queensland as this is airing, but yeah, we'll get back in the swing of it on Thursday, and we'll probably start making more frequent emergency episodes just so we've got them just to use whenever we can't make it during the week, and we'll try and make them as timeless as possible. So we just the next emergency episode might not come out till 2022, for all we know. But
Yeah. Also, I just want to quickly mention. Should we mention that maybe we might have guests in the future?
oh yeah, sure thing.
We're thinking of maybe getting some guests in the future. I'm not going to say names. Yeah.
But special guests, special guests. Let us know if you'd be interested. We'll start dropping some names over the next week.
Yeah. If
Also-
they're interested in joining us.
Yeah,
If they're watching.
that's right.
But yeah.
But anyways, guys, thank you for watching The Skeptic and the Dude, the emergency episode.
And the dude.
We're out.
Thanks, bros.
Giggity giggity goo.